If you had to list down below the weirdest food you've tried at a sports stadium, what would it be? Well, I'm going to be discussing some weird foods you could find in American stadiums on podcast number 100 with a special guest. So if you want to hear more, tune in right after the intro. For tuning into podcast number 100 of Sports Talk with JWock. I'm your host, Jonah Walkenfoos, and yes, you heard that right. It's podcast number 100. But before we talk into that a little bit, let me introduce you to our special guest, the first guest on this background, by the way, Elizabeth. How are you doing today?
Doing pretty good.
That's great. Also, what do you think of the background?
I think it looks super, super cool. I like it a lot.
And to be fair, me and her were the one, and my mom, shout out to my mom. We set up this background a long time ago, and it's just now when I'm finally getting a guest. So this is big stuff, and that's why I thought it'd be cool to put it on podcast 100. Today we're going to be talking some interesting things, specifically interesting foods. Foods that you can get at a stadium, typically in America, when you go to a sports game. We'll kind of mention the food. We'll rate them based off of how we would eat, or would we eat them from 1 to 10. And then I want to hear your guys' opinions, so drop it down below in the comments. In the middle of the screen as well, we'll show the picture of the food so you guys aren't just looking at us the whole time. But yeah, let's get right into it. Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's first start with probably one of the weirder names for the food, but the Slider Dog at Progressive Field. That's the Cleveland Guardians Stadium. If the MLB, if you guys aren't familiar, the Slider Dog at Progressive Field features toppings of Fruit Loops, bacon, and pimiento mac and cheese. Is that how you say it? I think pimiento. So. But anyways, this to me looks gross.
It looks weird, but it also sounds good, besides the Fruit Loops.
Yeah, to me, I'm kind of having a hard time looking at this picture exactly, because that is mac and cheese, but it kind of looks like a Fruit Loop. So it's you're kind of chewing into it, and the Fruit Loops with that crunchy taste, I feel like the texture as well is just not going to mesh well.
I think fruity and crunchy, and then you have a bunch of cheesy, and it just sounds weird. I think everything but the Fruit Loops would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest person that likes hot dogs that much. I don't mind hot dogs, but I don't know. I feel like this would just hurt my stomach so bad. And being gluten-free, I can't eat this anyways. But just checking the cost real quick before we go into the rankings. Let me look up the cost real quick. Do you have any thoughts, just other thoughts on this thing?
I think it's pretty huge. I think it's just a lot to eat, and it's pretty sweet. I mean, all these I think are going to hurt your stomach if you're eating them alone. Fair.
To be fair, I just looked up the cost, $11. So, not a terrible price.
It's pretty reasonable.
It's very reasonable. It looks pretty big, but at the same time, it also kind of just... you can't even see the hot dog.
Yeah, I think it looked a lot bigger because of everything that's on it.
That's fair. And that's what's going to make it fill you up, I guess. But yeah, I feel like it's going to leave a gross aftertaste, just the Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
If I were to rank it, I'd probably give it a 4.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 5 as well.
Okay, so, I mean, pretty close. Just, not something that I would personally eat.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get on to the next one. A much more appealing looking food, at least. Much better name as well. The Boomstick. You can find this in Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. That's the home of the Texas Rangers for the MLB. Basically, the MLB, I just feel has the best, weird foods.
Yeah.
So, the Boomstick is the same length and weight as a powerful baseball bat. So, it's as long as a bat and it weighs the same, so you probably could use this as a bat if you wanted to technically. It probably wouldn't work very well because it'd probably just blow up when a ball hits it, but you never know. You could always try it.
Yeah.
But basically what's in this is a 2-foot long hamburger essentially. Weighing more than a couple of pounds. It's also covered in cheese, jalapenos, onion rings, and Texas-style chili. This seems to me like something I would order if I wanted to. Like, if I was really feeling it and I had the money to buy it. Like, it's $26 to $36. It's in that range. Personally, this looks a lot more appetizing to me than the other, but it also, like, looks like heartburn is waiting for you.
Yeah, I think it looks a lot more appetizing, but there's a lot on there, and you can't eat that on by yourself.
No, definitely
like,
not.
that's something you share with a family of 5 or 6.
And even then, you probably have to go, can we have a box with this?
Yeah.
Like, just, like, take home.
Yeah.
Like, and then people are going to look at you and be like, what is that? Like,
yeah.
How do you... I guess we really, like, never mentioned this on the first one because you really don't have to, but, like, how do you even carry this to your seat? And, like, then when you get to your seat, how do you put that down without interfering with other people around you? Like, I just feel like this is
Or how do you hold it when you eat it?
Fair. Like, you're probably going to have mom in the middle here with putting it on her lap and then cutting it up and distributing it to...
And hoping nothing falls out while that's happening.
Yeah, and then you're going to have to probably afterwards take your kids to a couple rounds to the bathroom afterwards because there's no way that this is just...
And wash them off.
Yeah, the hand, you're going to have a lot of napkins coming back. And you might have to have a kid run and go and get napkins during the eating. So, anyways, did we rank these yet?
No, we didn't.
We did. I'm probably going to give this a 7.
I would probably give this like 6 or a 7.
So, yeah, pretty average.
Yeah.
Something that would be like, hey, why not type of thing. Like, I'll try it out. But for $26, $36, that's going to be like a, hey, like, you're going to have to Venmo me some money afterwards. There's no way I'm paying this whole thing. But that's just my opinion. Let's get on to the next one and probably my least favorite out of the list that we're going to be talking about. The cotton candy burrito. You can find this at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, so the home of the Arizona Cardinals. So basically, the outer part is cotton candy. That already sounds gross because I'm not a big cotton candy person. So you've got cotton candy, then you have 2 different sugary kids cereals in Fruit Loops and Fruity Pebbles. So you're already getting like a sugar rush. I'm already getting a sugar rush just thinking about it.
Yeah.
But anyways, you have that. Then you have mini marshmallows, gummy bears, Skittles, mini M&Ms, and rainbow sprinkles, all inside a cotton candy burrito. This also costs $15.
Yeah, I think it's gross. And there's nothing what you call holding the burrito together. So when you bite into that, all of that candy's going in your lap.
Or on
the ground and you're wasting everything you just bought.
Well, what makes it worse, too, is when the game's over or you have to get up, you're going to step on that. And your shoes are going to be sticky. And that's what makes it worse. The stickiness of your hands, too. You've got to have, like, gloves when wearing this or something.
Yeah. Or it has to be wrapped in something. Like, won't that cotton candy melt? Or it'll just be gross.
It almost makes burritos, to me, like, not as appealing anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
not as appetizing.
I love burritos. But, like, this kind of like disappoints me like so much because I love sweets and like that obviously, but like there's no way that this is like something I would even consider buying. And even though it's $15, which is actually like really reasonable for a burrito, I'd just buy a regular burrito at that point.
Yeah, I would not get this at all.
Yeah, for sure. Like if I were to rank it, I'm going 0. Like there's no way I'm buying this or even trying it if someone else bought it.
Yeah, I would not even recommend it. It's a 0.
Yeah, if you buy this, like please, no offense, but go get some help. Like we've got better ways of doing this. This is just a trip to the diabetic train. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's like
there's better burritos out there.
There's real burritos out there. Like just eat a real burrito. But anyways, let's get on to the fourth food. The pizza burger. You can find this at AT&T Stadium, which is where the Dallas Cowboys play. I believe I'm right about that. I could be wrong, but the pizza burger requires 2 pizzas, personal size pepperoni and cheese pizzas as the buns, essentially. This also contains things like burger condiments. It also has leaves of lettuce, slices of tomato, and it's all on an Angus beef patty. And it's a whopping full pound before cooking.
Cooked, yeah.
So before you're cooking, you're already getting a pound of whatever that is. But once it's cooked and you add on the stuff, it's even more.
Yeah. Somehow you have to try and fit that in your mouth. Or ask for a smash burger in that form. I don't know. That's a lot.
So typically, now here's my thought. When we go to Wendy's or McDonald's, you always ask for a plain burger. Would you do the same with this?
I don't think so.
You would actually try the tomatoes and stuff on it?
I mean, that's just easy to take off.
I wonder if the tomatoes are bigger on them as well.
Oh,
or
probably.
if they're like smaller. Like if it's just like a giant tomato.
I mean, if you think everything's bigger in, what is it, Texas?
Yeah.
So I think it's probably a full size, just a couple of pieces of tomato on there.
Yeah, I don't know. Or it's just tomato sauce at that point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It looks good to me, though. Like, personally, like, if I weren't gluten-free, like, if they have the gluten-free option, I'm trying this 100%. I also didn't mention the price. It is pretty expensive, $32.99. But, like, this shouldn't be something that one person eats. Like,
yeah.
if only one person eats this in one trip, that is impressive. That could be like a world record, I feel like. But
yeah, that's too much for one person.
I don't know. Like, if I were to rank it, I'm probably giving this like an 8 out of 10. Like, it's not bad.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty good.
What would you rank it?
Probably an 8 as well, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's got everything you like. Pizza, burger. It's got all the it's got all that other stuff on it, which I really like. I know you're not the biggest fan, but you said you'd try it at least.
Yeah.
It probably seems easy to pick it off as well if you did want to take them off.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty good still.
So, yeah, I mean, 8 out of 10 from both of us. I feel like that's a pretty good ranking. So, 8. If you go to AT&T Stadium and you try this, let us know, or if any of these foods, if you've tried any of these food or you're going to, let us know down below in the comments because I don't know. I'm very curious to see how they taste or not. But let's get on to the final food, which is the sombrero nacho hat. Personally, my favorite one. This hat is very interesting. It is essentially nachos, and let me read the description real quick. It's a wearable item served by the Texas Rangers at Globe Life Field. The price is $39.99, so a bit pricey, but it's 26 inches wide. So that's huge. And it's really cool because they have it in the base as a styrofoam sombrero lined with protective paper to prevent grease or guacamole from getting onto your hair. So that's good. Obviously, you don't want guacamole or grease getting into your hair. And it's sanitary, so it should be easy to clean up.
Yeah.
Should we say? Obviously, it's kind of hard to tell with some people. But basically, this is a 9-layer vegetarian dip built directly onto a fried tortilla shell. It's got 2 different sections. So you got the top and the sides. So you got the crown, which is the top. It's packed full of crunchy tortilla chips. Love that. Then you've got the brim, so the sides, layered with refried beans, cheddar cheese, sour cream, guacamole, jalapenos, pico de gallo, black olives, and shredded lettuce. I don't know if I said that one right, but you've got plenty of things to dip with. And what's nice is at least on the picture, it looks separated to where you don't have to have that cross-contamination that much. Like, if you're a picky eater and you don't want certain things, you just can avoid it.
Yeah. I think it looks pretty good.
I do too. And one of the biggest knocks, and I kind of heard this from the Almost Athletes podcast, Dude Perfect runs, they said the most annoying part is if you're wearing it, you have to reach up, put it on, dip.
Dip, yeah.
And then you also have to make sure that the person behind you isn't frustrated. Like, this might be one thing where you're just kind of standing up in the common area and, just kind of eating that, not being in your seat, but...
Yeah, well, your arm's going to get tired trying to dip if it's on your head, and you have to hope that you can get your toppings from the hat to your mouth staying on the chip.
That's true. Because if the chip cracks, what do you do?
Yeah, or if you get a big scoop and then it all falls in your lap,
Which, by the way, have you noticed that, if you buy, Fritos, those things do not collapse?
Yeah.
I wonder like what the ingredient that is that like makes it like that. But anyways, that's kind of off topic. If I were to rank this sombrero hat, I'm probably ranking it a 10 out of 10. I love nachos, and I feel like it's got everything you need, and it's a reasonable price. Like, I know it costs
what was $40, I think?
Yeah, $40, but this is not a one-person meal, and that's kind of most of these things, but like you can reasonably split this with like 2 or 3 different people.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing to snack onto at a sports game, I feel like, with a bunch of people.
And it's one thing you don't like have to keep going to the concessions and getting like popcorn and stuff to snack on. Like, this thing could literally last you most of the game.
Yeah, you don't have to get a refill or anything. Like, you're set for the whole game if you get that.
If you have to get a refill, you're eating too much, I feel like. That is a lot of food, and your stomach is going to be hurting after that.
Yes, so, I agree.
Did you give your ranking?
I'd probably say a 10 as well.
Okay, so we're both thinking a 10 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think down below. It would be great to hear your guys' opinion. I love hearing that. But anyways, that's going to be the end of podcast number 100 of Sports Talk with JWock. Before we get out of here, I just want to do a quick little reflection on how this podcast has been so far. It's crazy that I'm already 100 episodes in. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I think it's just pretty cool that we're this far in, or you are this far in. It's cool to see that you've made it to 100 podcasts and you're still going.
Yeah, and I just want to thank you and everyone that's been involved, telling me different topics, and all you guys that are subscribed. I want to thank God because he's been great, and he always is. It's just been an incredible journey. Just looking back at like podcast number 1, should I say, on the YouTube side of it, the background, my voice, the way I talk, you could just tell like things have changed for the good.
Yeah.
And I just know it's going to continue to get better. This background, like we mentioned, this is the first time we actually have a guest on this background. I feel like this is the best setup for a guest, because I feel like in my past videos, they do look a little like kind of weird. Should I say, but I think this way is easier for you and I to communicate, and it looks good on camera. But thank you guys so much for your continuous support. Quick update. I updated you on the last video about the same thing, but I will be uploading every other week now instead of every week. I'm doing this because we're hitting the off season of sports. There's just not a lot to talk about and I also have a little bit of a more busy schedule. I'm also going to be uploading at 10 a.m. Mountain Time instead of 8 a.m. The video that you're going to see tomorrow, as we're recording this on the 19th, you're going to see my NBA mock draft, my final one before the draft. You'll see that at 8 a.m. because I never informed you on the last video, but this video will be out at 10 a.m. and future videos as well. Mm-hmm. If you want videos to go back to 8 a.m. and you think that's more convenient, let me know down below in the comments. But you can always check me out on all social media platforms for any type of news or any of that. Do you have any closing thoughts?
Nope. I would just say thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, like she said, thanks for tuning in. You could always hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Share this video and this channel with your friends and family so that they can join the family as well. And I hope you all have an amazing week. God bless.